Okay, can you actually hear me, guys? Can anybody hear me? Hello. It's not looking like it, is it, guys? How do I change my mic? Uh-oh. I'm on full volume. Oh, Nicole, you can hear me. Am I really quiet? Like, is my mic ridiculously bad? Oh, good. Good, good, good. Is it clear, the very quiet mic? Clear but quiet. Bear with me, I will see what we can do. Let's see if we turn... Oh, that went off in my ear. Did that make it louder? I think I've gone deaf. How are we doing? Still quiet. I feel like, yeah, my switch is on. Even I'm not that bad, Lily. The on switch is turned to on. We're quiet, aren't we? Let's see. Nothing can ever just work, can it? Right. Yeah, my it's on full volume. Clearly going to need a better mic. Does anyone that live stream know how I can change my mic to my webcam once it's up and running? Corey. Corey. Come on, Corey. Be useful to me now. I am streaming via YouTube, Lily. And the first 5 minutes of this is going to be me trying to work out my headset. Unplug my headset. Oh, Lily. If you guys completely lose everything now, it's because Lily made me unplug my headset. Am I now really loud? Okay. So we're now using I'll take my headphones off before I forget that they're not doing anything. Okay, so I'm very sorry that you all had your volumes on full and my webcam kicked in. So before we start anything else, remind me later, Corey, to put a warning of that in my description when this video gets solved. Thank you, Lily. Before we even start, this is my very first time streaming on my own without other people doing all this for me. So, hello, and I apologise. Now, before we start, before the madness begins, I am very sorry for what is about to commence. Now, I'm going to go back because I want to say hello to people. Seeing as you've bothered to show up for what is going to obviously be a bit of a mess, I should at least be appreciative. Thank you so much, Erica, for coming. Lily, Nicole, Corey had no choice. Erica had no choice, really, to be honest. So thanks anyway. Who else? Karaminas, I think. I hope I've said these things right. Hello, Katrina. Bubble of Colouring. Hello to you. Hello, Colour Me Stress Free. Thank you. Oh, hello, Abby. Hello, Dee. Hello, Kirsty. And Katrina, I said you already, didn't I? This is where it's going to get confusing, isn't it? Because I'm behind already and we've only just started. Caitlin, hello. Am I up to... Hello, Linda. Hello, Happily Handmade Delights. Hi, Audrey. Hello again, should I say, Audrey? Right, let me see. I had a couple of jobs I was told I must do as I arrive and sort out. Yes, I have had people sorting me out all day, sorting my slight panic attack, giving me my list. Emily, you know I'm talking to you. She actually sent me a list to work through. I have my tissue, Emily. I have tissue. We are ready to go. The stream may commence. So, yeah, that's it then. Thanks for coming, guys. We're all done. No, I'm joking. Right, so I have added my moderators like a good little girl. 2 of them. I have a surprise moderator. She didn't know I was going to make her do that, but now she's logged in and she's a moderator. It's tough, so thanks to you as well. Very, very kind for modding when you didn't want to. Thank you, Emily. So I think I have 3 moderators now, if I've got that right. So I must say thank you very much to Erica and Corey and poor Emily now for the her list did include tissue. Her list included tissue in case your nose runs. She is a very organised human being and she sorted me out. And hello, Emily. Sorry. I'm so sorry, Abby. This video is actually going to have a volume warning as that kicks in. I will definitely have to remember because don't want anybody not turning up again because of that. So, hello, Linda, and then I'm going to start. I'll be honest, I'm so pleased. You know when you're really fearful that about 2 people are going to turn up and they're going to be the mods that had to? I was pretty sure that's where we were going to be. So thank you, guys. Thank you for showing up. So we'll get started because I'm already 10 minutes in. I haven't done anything. We are colouring in. There we go. Circle of Life colouring book. I'm not going to say her name. It is in the description box below everything we're using today. Hello, Patriot Gal and Valerie and Linda. Ooh. And we are using, of course, what else? My 120 Brutfuner square pencils. And basically, it's not that I didn't pre-plan or organise everything and haven't sorted it properly because, you know, clearly I've spent all day sorting this ridiculousness out. But I haven't pre-planned colours or pencils because I know a lot of people that watch my videos always say the same sort of things. They really struggle to, 1, pick colours, 2, start a page, and for a lot of colourists that watch my videos, because a lot of them tend to be beginners, because, you know, it's me, that beginning part is the bit that really seems to defeat us. Oh yeah, thank you, Corey. I forgot, don't be watching top chat. Change your top chat to live chat in the box at the top of your chat screen, because otherwise apparently it does weird things to the order. I don't know, Corey can explain. She does these things. So I have, of course, my box of magic, and we're going to really do this page together, properly together. So for my Brutfuner squares, the way that I work when I start, I have on my page, underneath here, we've got a lot of greenery, some flowers, and a bird that I'm probably not going to get to, let's be honest, because I colour like a snail. So I literally, I'm going to let you into a little secret now, guys. I don't really spend much time messing around picking or properly sorting my colours. I pick a light, a medium, a dark. There's no stress to it. I want this really light green because it's obviously one of my favourites. It's a bit shorter than the rest. I want a very dark green, which a little bit of paper just to check, because sometimes these cheaper pencils, it's a bit more difficult to tell. And then I just want a medium, and it's as simple as that. Light, medium, dark. We know there's leaves. We know we're going for green. You kind of want to pick your season. For me, you know, I'm gonna stick with the summer season. We're gonna stay there. You could choose browns, oranges, autumnal colours, or you could, you know, go pink, purple, blue. You can do whatever you want, but sit there, decide what you want to do, and pick what you're doing. So let's see where this chat is. Oh yeah, I want a thumbs up, people. And my heartbeat can't take it. I should get a thumbs up just for that. It is Valerie. Valerie says chatting and getting to know everyone is fun. And I'll be honest, I started watching videos a while ago. It's been about 12 months now. And it really is what makes the hobby for me. And I've loved doing my videos and my channel so much. I can't even put it into words. I can't. We're not going to cry live. So when I started watching kind of Corey, which is Colourfully Optimistic, shout out to Corey and her lives, which is what started me kind of ticking and thinking, oh, that actually looks way more fun than I thought it did. And there's that real chance to connect properly with you guys and chat. So the last few weeks I have been lurking in people's lives, or not so lurking in Corey's, because I can't help pick on her. And it's amazing the difference between getting to chat while you not really colour, because it's not what happens, is it? So Corey's picking on me already. Need her to work for those, Erica. Thank you. At least Erica's doing her job properly. Wow, Celine, 4:15 in Australia. I am so glad you turned up, and I completely understand when you are probably asleep again. Let's see. Yeah, Kirsty, it's just the way, isn't it? Light, medium, dark. That's me done. Green, let's go. Right, Corey is very, very true when she's doing her lives. Chat moves fast. So my little disclaimer comes in here now. If I miss you, hello. I'm so sorry I didn't miss you on purpose. If I miss chat, my moderators will chat to you. They're more interesting than me anyway. So they'll chat. Erica is the nice one. So if you're gonna chat, I'd probably chat to Erica, to be honest. Corey's just going to be too busy picking on me, getting her own back for the live, I think. Right, let's colour stuff. So let's pop ourselves in a position where you can hopefully see. I am hoping my lag issue from before is solved, guys. Can you give me little waves and let me know that? Number one, I'm clear, and number two, the picture looks okay to you guys, nice and bright. And Emily is actually amazing. I have only been chatting to Emily for a little while, and she's already probably somebody I just need. She has to be there, like to hold my hand. So if you're going to make a friend, you want one like Emily. She's my Corey and Erica and Emily. And I think Sabrina isn't here, but hello to Sabrina in case you're on. I missed you. And yeah, let's colour stuff. I hope you guys are colouring along, or I'm just going to feel stupid. Really, aren't I? No, I'll never know. It's fine. If you don't want to, I'm never going to know the difference. Dark green. Let's put some actual colour down. Can't have an embarrassing life where I spent 2 hours not doing anything. I start with a shade. I'm just going to put some darker base in these greens. See if we can add a bit of life to this. And I don't really pre-plan, pre-choose, spend a whole lot of my time making any kind of plan for a page, really. I decide as I go along. You can normally tell what you want to do as you add colour. So you do the thing you know you want to do first, leaves it is, work your way around, and then pick all the things that need to be a certain colour. And I have picked, by the way, 046, 075 and 118. Hi Zoe, nice to have you. To be honest, Emily, this book for the money, £5 this is in the UK. It's ridiculous. Once she realises how much this is worth, it's going up, I'm telling you. So, yeah, I totally grabbed it. Amberley, thank you. Thank you so much for coming. That's amazing. It's kind of weird when the people that you look up to on YouTube rock up into your life. We're going to try not to gush. Amberley was the first lovely person to reach out to me and chat to me when I first started my channel. She was amazing. I'll leave you alone now, Amberley. Stop picking on you. I already have her one pre-ordered that's coming out next year. Oh, well, we know what I'll be doing after this now, don't we, Zoe? Going and checking that. I've been on a bit of a buying binge again. I literally just said I wouldn't do that. And then I bought Dunkelbunt, if that's how you say it, by Sarah Richter. I'm still waiting on the new Rita Berman coming. I've just ordered the new Hannah Coles on. And whose channel did I see Mandala's Gone Wild on? And I'd ordered it before they'd finished showing it, to be honest. Amazing. Cannot remember who I was watching. You're always welcome to lurk, Kathleen. You'll chat eventually, everyone does. Who have I missed? Let's go back a little bit. By the way, guys, while I'm looking at the screen and you have my attention, if there's anything you want to ask, do it now while I'm looking at it. Lucy just adds colour. Is that who it is? It will be, because I do watch it all the time. So she got about halfway through showing that beautiful purple, was it an octopus? I'd already clicked the button. To be honest, it was already done. Well, to be honest, Kirsty, that one might not have been you, but I'm pretty sure you've caught me out on a few. I tend to end up buying something once I've watched you, so you can't plead to innocence there, can you really? Right. Oh, by the way, if any of you guys watched my favourite, most useful colouring supplies ages ago, which I will be updating, I have one of those ugly, awful colouring bumps on my finger from all the exams I've done over my lifetime. And I put corn plasters on it when I'm colouring. And I was sick of replacing them. And I was watching someone, and again, I've forgotten who it was, and they were going on about these finger sleeves. And I Googled it, I found them on Amazon. And yeah, finger sleeves. I've put it over my colouring book. They're actually more for if you've got arthritis, they're a bit of a pressure point sort of thing. Did I lose my internet? Emma lost her internet. FYI, Emma. When did I lose my internet? What did I do? Okay, sorry. I'm zooming in. The problem is we can't zoom in. We have to do this. So get ready for the ride of your life. And don't complain you asked for that. Is this better? Oh, hang on. We are having a technical moment where my camera wants to actually fall off its stand. So let's see if we can get it to stay still. What did you do, people? What did you do? Right, is that better? There we go. Right, now when I forget later and I'm colouring off the page, it's Corey's fault because she told me off. So yeah, my finger sleeve is working amazingly. So like I said, I think they're more like a pressure sleeve. So, you know, if you've got the finger joints that hurt, they help. But for me, I lean my pencil on my finger sleeve instead of my colouring bump. Welcome back, Erica. We lost you for a moment, did we? So yeah, let's do leaves. Like mad. It is still very weird trying to remember to talk to yourself while doing the live and not forget, to be honest. Look, you can't even see my little... There we go. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. There, it'll straighten in a minute. Right, hang on. I'm going to have to get up and reposition my camera arm. So I apologise now for this as we put that back together before you're literally like nose deep in the paper. There we go. Let's turn ourselves and correct ourselves. Look what you did, guys. Look what you did. I think everyone's got the Brutfuners because of me. I think I've been about as annoying with my Brutfuners as I was with the Reptiloids book. I know, I did notice you were slowly dropping. I fixed it, I'm sorry. It'll be the first page you've fallen into anyway, so I'm glad I could manage that. I'm literally colouring on a £5 colouring book that's amazing, by the way, with a £20 pack of pencils. And let's be honest, this pack of pencils and this colouring book would probably last most people years. So it really is the kind of hobby that you can spend 25 quid on and be done. You don't have to be mental like some of us. I'm sure you can tell I'm going for more colourful than realism here. So I'm just starting dark at the bases and building up to lighter colours just to give the background some interest and some brightness. Work my way through my first. How do I feel about fine liner pens, Adelina? I don't mind them. I have a few. I've got some of the Arteza. I like the Stedler. I'm not one for using them often, I forget. I think I've seen quite a lot of people do those little, you know, the pointillism method in the colouring books. And I think from what I've seen, the fine liners are really good for that. The problem is I've tried it a couple of times and mine turned out horrendous. So I just have to practice, I guess. I would imagine that, you know, this would be wonderful. I've just seen Corey's comment. So, yes, you guys wanted Zoom and you got Zoom. Thank you, Corey, for that. Right, let's see what I missed. So, how do you trace the outlines? Outlines of... I've missed something. Zoe's husband has stole all the Chinese. Sounds about right. If you turn around, everything in the house is gone. It is not my book number 65,235, Corey. I have a few less than that. We do that is Valerie, it's more than 500, so don't buy that many books. Yeah, you probably. It's a bookcase. My problem is I started with a bookcase. Don't do that. Maybe start with a bookshelf, work your way up to a bookcase. That might be. I think I've gone the wrong way about it. I started with too big a stack, and my only rule now is I'm not allowed to go more than my bookcase. The problem is my bookcase is 6 foot, so I'm finding it quite easy to collect all the books that I want. It's 520, Corey. All right, getting away with nothing here. Nothing. Thank you so much for coming, Celine. You're very welcome to leave, and have a nice sleep. I'm totally blaming the bookcase, and I'm all right with it. That's what I do. I blame the bookcase. So let's get a few of these leaves in, so at least we can make a start. I don't know if you guys, you'll have to let me know whether you want me to just finish this page in a video later so you actually get to see some colouring, or if you want me to save it for the next live. I was thinking of probably this being the sort of time that I do my lives on this day, but they'll probably just be every fortnight at the moment. So every 2 weeks. So you'll have to wait until then if that's when you want it. Well, exactly, Lisa. It is the colouring book publisher's fault. These artists do ridiculously good work, and they should be ashamed of themselves, to be honest. I will be writing a strongly worded letter at some point. Let's see. I want a picture of the bookcase, please. Okay, Kirsty. Just for you. Send me a message later because I'll forget, and I will social media my bookcase so I can get loads of stick off people later. Only to please. Only to please. Right, these clearly aren't leaves. I don't know what these things are, but they're green now. I think the problem with pages and getting started, people, they put too much pressure on themselves to be. It's the problem with social media, isn't it? It's like Lily was talking about in her live earlier today, because I love her. She lives on a Saturday at 2:00 UK time. She does this beautiful thing where she does a colour and connect, so anyone can go on her lives. So bear that in mind, people. You can go join her live and colour like a YouTuber. And they're so much fun. She's so inclusive. Everyone's welcome. They have a real good laugh. They did touch on a bit of politics today, so risky, very risky. But they were going on about, social media and how it affects, young girls' image and things like that. And I think it does do it a little bit with everything, without us meaning to. People post these beautiful pictures. They're very intimidating and can be a little off-putting, because then I think everyone starts comparing their pictures to everyone else's pictures, and it's not really how it should be. You should be proud to post your art. That's what it is. It doesn't matter what it looked like. Little stick man, he's still drawn. He's still beautiful, as long as you don't make him rude. And once the pressure's gone, you can enjoy your hobby for what it is. Just slap some colour on your page. Come sit with us. Have a laugh, have some fun. It shouldn't really be this kind of weird art contest that people struggle to turn it into. I will gladly pop a little stick figure on my Instagram. You know, I do as well, Amberley. I am constantly scrolling through Instagram. I actually, you know, find ideas and things like that. And you should be able to share all your stuff. And it's not the people's fault that they're very talented and more talented than me. So it should never be about the jealousy or the comparison. That is kind of my point. It should be about going on there to get ideas, to get information, to get tips, to see people's beautiful work, but not to compare your own to it, to do what you want, create what you want, be proud of it. Hello, call me Callie. I did not see you earlier if you said hello. I am really hoping so. Unless you were in there in the beginning, Callie, and went deaf, it's not done too bad. People turned up, which is, you know, I think that's the main scare, isn't it? That you think, oh God, right, okay, we'll just do it. We'll do it. I put it off for long enough, wondering whether anybody would turn up. So that's all you can do. Sod it. Just post it. I even decided myself, you're putting too much pressure on yourself. If there's 2 of you in there and you have a laugh, that's all that matters, isn't it? Doesn't matter how many people are there, as long as the few people there are enjoying it and you're not boring people to tears. Right. Honestly, no idea what anyone's been saying. Poor Zoe's been banned from Lily's colouring live streams because she's too talented. Oh well, Zoe. If you sneak in behind somebody else, like the old nightclub trip, you'll probably get away with it. Lily won't notice. I love how the moment somebody's at Corey's door, they're like, what have you been buying? Because it can't be a visitor, just stuff. I don't get visitors, just stuff. Just different kinds of deliveries, to be honest. Oh, Kirsty and Lily is wonderful. Lily, of course, people, is Art Journey UK. Sorry, I should always use both parts, shouldn't I? Because then people don't know what I'm talking about. Art Journey UK. It's amazing. Her live streams are literally called Colour and Connect. And, well, it really is about the community of it, isn't it? Being able to sit and chat about, well, we chat about the most ridiculous things, don't we? If we're being really honest, Lily. It devolves into ridiculousness and is probably, you know, one of the most fun parts of my Saturday. I shouldn't say that, should I? I should have said the second most fun part of my Saturday, because technically the most fun should be my own and not yours. So I take it back. So Corey's got someone cleaning her house while she watches colouring videos. What your cleaner must think of the privilege. Do you lift your feet so she can hoover underneath them? I hope so. Hope you don't make her hoover around you. That would just be rude. I don't know. I'm slightly jealous. I never thought to get myself a cleaner in while I did this so that I didn't have to clean. Oh, and you got a package. That's living the right life there. Your cleaner brings you parcels. Brilliant. That is a Saturday that is going well. So I promise I won't just colour green things the entire time, guys. Just trying to get a bit of a corner in for you so we've got some colour down and then we can play with flowers. I'm considering a silky gel background. I do like to do those, probably dry, because I'm not actually brilliant at wet media without just making a mess. See, there's the pure concentration now. It's all silent. You can hear a pin drop. We are. The coloured madness begins while we try and get. So that when people flick to near the end of the video, like you inevitably do, it looks like something happened in the live stream that they've actually missed and they have to go back for. Nothing against greens, is that a promise? I just figure that maybe you guys don't want to spend 2 hours watching green appear on the page. I'll be honest, I'm a Joanna Basford fan. I love me some greens. I can sit and colour leaves for days. Days and days. Yeah, any questions are always welcome, because I will quite quickly actually run out of things to say, to be honest, is what's going to happen. Bit like the end of my normal videos, you can tell. It just starts to turn into mindless chatter and then silence. Right, we've got a bit of foliage. I'm going to move my little. I love that Kirsty. Kirsty is taking her 5-year-old kids to bed. It was so nice to have you here, Kirsty. Thank you very much. Thank you to anyone that turned up for me. That is so lovely. I'm so pleased. There's an amazing amount of greens, to be honest. It's most of the actual trouble is just picking 3 to use. I'll ask him, Lily. I will ask my husband what he's going to get you for your birthday, and I will let you know what he says. I'm the same, Lisa. Start with your leaves, and the rest will fall in place. So we've got our leaves, we've got a bit of colour started. We're going to now move to because you guys made me drop my camera, what we will call a super close up, so we can pick some flower colours. I think we're going to play it safe. We're going to go with some pink. Why not? I'm essentially going to do exactly the same thing. Pick the palest possible pink I've got a hold of right now. And I might go a little bit mauvey. So we'll go mauve pink. Why not? Really make it weird. And I'm going to go this very deep. Let's have a little scribble. Yep, this hot pink. A weird combination, I know. If you're ever unsure when you pick them, always give them a little scribble on some scrap just before you. Corey, I don't use colourless blenders because every time I see a colourless blender on someone's channel, it is a complete disappointment because there's no colour to it. And so, yeah, that'll do. I found I'll just not bother. I don't know if you've ever noticed this, guys, but I don't blend. I use terrible paper if it's got terrible paper in it. I use terrible pencils if I'm using terrible pencils. And I accept whatever I get. So we're doing a very odd set of pinks. We're going to go 106, 095 and 071. Just to kind of, create a weird combination. So let's see now. Lily, what is on your birthday wish list? I suppose you better tell me what you want from him. I do demand Corey swatches colourless blenders every time. Every time she has one in her hand, I need to see it. You never know when one of those colourless blenders is going to have some colour. Audrey says, have you got the English names for your 500 plus brutes? You see, Audrey, the beautiful thing about that set is they're in English. Colour names are in English on the 520 set. So, yeah. Oh, well then. That's you not getting anything then, isn't it, Lily? Right, so I'm going to take my darkest hot pink and my palest pink, because obviously I'm not actually going to add the mauve into the colour combo. I'm going to create a few different sets of flowers. We're going to start with this guy, I think. I'm going to take that dark colour, the 106, and I'm going to work that into the base, build it up a little bit further in, smooth it out, release the pressure, lighten the colour. We're going to do that. Darker in the middle, lighter layer further out. Bit of shadow in here. Okay, see, Corey, could have been worse. That's going to take a lot longer than a colourless blender, isn't it? I'll be honest, Abby, I love you very much, but I am not going to be reading 520 Brutfuner names out. I haven't even swatched the things. I haven't even put them in a pencil case. I've spent a few nights now doing a bit at a time and keep getting fed up and not managing it. So Emmy asks, she's actually Emily, but I'm trying to use people's names as they show so that people actually know who you're talking to. So what is your favourite animal? It is, of course, a French bulldog, because anything else would be a betrayal that their little ears can never hear. So French bulldog every time. Really, Abby? Is that all it took? Abby's going now because she doesn't she doesn't get her 520 brutes called out. If I ever do the swatching video to those brutes, because at some point I will, fold to the peer pressure of people requesting that, then I, of course, promise to shout the names out as I swatch. 520. I'm so happy to be your insomnia cure, Erica. Who is it? It's Lily, isn't it? Art Journey UK. She does that. She turns my video on and goes to sleep. Basically, Lily, yes. Light yellow, slightly the less lighter yellow, slightly darker yellow, almost looks to be the same yellow, promising to be a different yellow. Actually, the Brutfuner 520 have some pretty cool names. Some of them seemed quite fun. Not as funky as the Felissimos, to be honest, but pretty fun nonetheless. Can you guys actually see? Right, move my hand out of the way. You have the 72 square, don't you, Audrey? They'll have those colours in there somewhere. I mean, there's only so many colours in the world. They just won't match. They're a slightly different pencil type, so they don't colour the same way as the squares do. They're all slightly different. And if we're being very honest, my squares work slightly better and are still my favourite, but they are nice. But they'll have a different number, different colour. They haven't kind of followed on from the other sets that they had. So they'll have the colours, but they won't match up in any way, if that makes sense. Thank you, Valerie. That's how I kind of watch ColourTube, to be honest. When I'm sat, I'm colouring, I'm doing whatever, and I have one of you guys on to colour with me. Makes the entire thing feel a bit less like you're on your own, doesn't it? Really. Hello, Lynn. Question from Lily, who is Art Journey. Are they the same as the round 120s? No. You mean the original set, don't you, in the plastic sleeves? They also did a 160 set, and they're the coloured barrel like these, but round without a capped end, not the black barrels. They are also a different pencil. It's crazy, to be honest, how many different factories Brutfuner must have worked their way through, because they are different things as well. I use mine. I don't know if any of you guys have seen Amazon Tammy did that amazing warrior women hashtag, and the page I did from Women of Fantasy that is up on my Instagram is a Black River art page, and that's in the Brutfuner 520, and I really enjoyed it. I'll be honest, Lily, I'm not sure if I'd want to lie on 520 pencils. But do take us a photo with your clothes on of you doing that. It's quite a lot of money to spend to break your pencils, but that's your choice. You do you. To be honest. Get a picture we want to see. Right, where was that? Pink. Going with the pink. I like how you've thought it through, Lily. Lily's like, look, I have a plan. I know what we're going to do. I've set them all out in the right way. I'm going to put my dressing gown on so that it's not weird. Get my phone out. And as long as we lie the pencils down, everything's going to be fine. See you later, Zoe. Thank you very much for coming. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it while you were here, as weird as it is. I promise these lives will get a bit more organised and have a reason or plan to them as I get a bit more used to getting over the crazy idea of doing a live in the first place, probably. Valerie says, Emma or others, what is your number one suggestion for starting a YouTube channel? I am in the slow process of recording my first video. To be honest, Valerie, that is an amazing question. And when I first wanted to start mine, Danny Buttons did a video, ages ago now, when I started mine, about, what to do and kind of tips and tricks. And the amazing thing was, she literally went, if you want to start a YouTube channel, just do it. You want to film your video, put it up there, and just go for it. And the amazing thing with ColourTube, Valerie, is when you're stuck and you ask the other colorists, they'll help you. They're amazing. I've never come across, like literally today, I messed my live up when I set it up. I had to reset it up, create a new one with Corey sending me messages like, oh my God, you need to do this. Okay, no, delete that, go in there, sort that out, get it back up. And it was 7:01 for my 7 o'clock live. And I am deleting my live and recreating it because I'd messed it up. With her going, it's absolutely fine, deep breath, this happened with me, you're fine. I had colouring friends giving my list of things to do, and you will be fine, Valerie. You are about to enter the most amazing community ever. What I would really suggest is you don't really need a million things to start with. Your phone, I still film on my phone. I don't have a mic, I don't have any fancy stuff. I have my phone, I make my video, I press the upload button to YouTube, and when I started doing videos, that was all I did. That was it. Easiest thing. Yes, Corey. I mean, you could have called me, you could have helped the panic attack better, but I'll accept that you weren't thinking things through properly, and I forgive you, my darling. Hello, Yasmin. Thank you so much. People came, so I'm very pleased. I'm pleased you're all here. Where was I? I've completely lost what I was saying. Oh, about videos. Yeah, and to be honest, for the first good few videos, that's all I did. I didn't edit, I didn't mess around, I didn't do thumbnails, nothing. I just did that. So once you're a bit more comfortable with it, you're going to you can get an app called Canva, and it's completely free, and you can make your thumbnails in it. And you just YouTube everything. So whenever you want to do something new, I type into YouTube how to use Canva, how to make a thumbnail, how to Google, how to YouTube, everything. There's a YouTube video for everything. Every time you're stuck, it will walk you through it. I have an editor now, not a little person that edits for me. I have an editing program. I've worked out to edit my videos. I even do that on my phone. So you need nothing fancy. It's easy. The main thing I would say is you want, the amount for your phone. Some kind of either those really stiff weekly arms you can get. I've got one of them that I'm going to have to upgrade at some point, or some kind of arm. And if you're being really clever about it, the main thing I would suggest when you start up is to get some kind of stand next to your desk so your arm isn't mounted from, everyone mounts it from their table at first. And of course, you're colouring and everything looks like this, basically. Oh, yes, of course. I mean, my makeup artist was here earlier, Lily, doing all my hair and everything. I'm fully coiffed. I'm honestly not in my PJs right now. I am looking like the star that I am. Totally. Nightbot, I haven't worked into yet. And to be honest, after watching the way he treats Corey, I'm not sure Nightbot will be my favourite person for a while. I don't have a little editor person. I've worked it out. I use I had to pay for it. I'm very sorry. I use Viva Video. I found that quite easy. It's again, it's on my phone. Everything's on my phone. And what I will also say, Valerie, is you need to add to your YouTube. You need to get YouTube Studio. It's of course I'm in my PJs. I'm not even done my hair. I'm in my PJs. It is what it is. You're never going to see them. You nearly did when I dropped my camera, but I got away with it. I moved. You definitely need YouTube Studio. It's free. It's like an extra add-on to YouTube, but it does all the stuff like you can reply to your comments on there without having to check every single video you have ever posted. You can edit the description and the titles of your videos and schedule everything. It does everything. It's like your YouTube buddy that you have to have. That's definitely the thing you have to have. So to start off with, you've got your phone, you need an arm, so you spent about 17 quid for some kind of arm mechanism. YouTube's free, YouTube Studio's free. You've already got colouring stuff, because obviously if you're considering a channel, you're already colouring obsessed. It's as simple as that. YouTube Studio is free and Canva is free, and you're away. Done. I can't work from home, unfortunately, because I think my patients would find it really weird. They're not that keen on me to start with. Hello to, can I say that out loud? Hello to the Arty Crafty Tart. Hello. that is an amazing name. I love it. Oh, Corey. Wow. It's amazing. I was saying this to Lily earlier today. It's strange how clothes decide to change size. It's just odd, isn't it? One day they're behaving themselves, and then the day after they have decided they're not the same size as they were before. Right. Oh my God. Let's at least have one flower done. Let's do this. I'm using my pale pink now, that 071. This isn't going to be my most beautiful page ever, to be honest. Hello, Caroline. Is it Caroline? I will add that to my list later. Corey, remind me. I need to add Caroline to my list as not the Articrafty tart. As Caroline. I do, Yasmin. We wear scrubs for work, so we are essentially in our pyjamas. It's pretty much about what it looks like, although your pyjamas are probably more attractive than the scrubs we have to wear, to be honest. Thank you, Emily. You've been too kind there, but I'll take it. Valerie with her one pair of jeans. Yep, that's what happened, Corey. You're my list maker. I do this stuff for you. Literally text you the last one. I expect the same kind of business going on. Right. Bit of pink. There we go. My webcam will not lock its focus. I'm going to have to Google it and see if I can work out how to sort it out, but it won't. So, hello, Melissa. You're never late. If you turned up at all, I'm very thankful. You arrived whenever you fancy. I'm so pleased you could make it. Tereline, hi Tereline, sneaking in there. Right, where am I? You've not missed much. You're safe. This is about it. So I won't worry too much. You knew I wouldn't have coloured all that much by now. You did miss being deafened as well, so you were probably quite a lucky escape, to be honest. But yeah, to be honest, Valerie, you're going to absolutely love it. And if you're not, then you're taking it too seriously. Don't let it stress you out. It does become a bit of a weird balance, especially once you start to get a bit serious about it and decide, you should schedule your videos, everything needs editing, thumbnails and linking. Oh, my God. Don't even get me started. And it's important not to lose your way and to actually stop enjoying the thing that you started out doing, because it should be fun. Hi, Jamie. Nice to have you here. Hope I haven't missed anyone. If I haven't said hello to anyone, say hello, and I'll catch you now. Yeah, Lily, don't make it a thing, people. Do not make it a thing. It should be fun. It should be like Lily's Saturday stream, colour and connect. It should be everybody together, having a laugh, having fun. Amberly says, calories are those naughty little folks who sew your clothes a little bit tighter every night. Brilliant, Amberly. Okay, I think I agree. They're not food. They're little gnomes, little calorie gnomes that live at the end of the garden. Right, I'm now going to take that mauvey pink with the pale pink. So we've got this 095 and 071. And like I always do, we're basically going to take these three pinks, add different combinations so that it doesn't look like we've got a million different colours on our page, but our flowers will all look different as we work our way around it. And that's kind of how I work. I will pick about 3 or 4 colours and I'll just mix them up. It gives enough interest without a billion colours. And I'll be honest, there's no point pretending we're perfect. I have many a time got about halfway and thought, I'm not liking this right now. Not loving it. But I have learned, keep going, get to the end, it'll sink into the rest and it'll be fine. And you can always adjust it if you really hate it at the end. Add a bit of dark in the middle, change it up a little bit, it'll be fine. Hello, Candy. Thank you so much for joining us. Nice to see you here. We were just kind of talking about nothing, to be honest. So Valerie, you say you've already made your video. I hope we get to see it soon. No pressure, but soon, to be honest. We're waiting now. Oh, I like it. Emily says, does it need some orange? Let's see. Let's see how we feel about it. I'm going to take quite a... I'll go with this one. I'm going to pick a random orange. We're going to go 091. See if nothing else. You send your picture to a friend and say, what does this need changing for it to not look awful? Add some orange. Emily, you star. I buy. Corey's put, most of us do not buy in the colouring community. Emma does sometimes. I'm the guard dog. I'll protect you. You'll be fine. Little Rottweiler at the gate. You are safe with us, Valerie. You'll love it. I absolutely love it. If you're thinking of doing it, I would say that to anyone. If it's something you've really been thinking about and umming and ahhing over, just do it. You've not lost anything. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to, if you're not comfortable with that. And you can post away. Lily says, how tall are you, Emma? I'm not the tallest guard dog in the world, Lily. I'm 5'4". So, we're not at bouncer level, but I'll do my very best to scare off any intruders for you. Yes, she's fixed it. Emily's amazing. We're better. I'm going to add this orange into my flower mixtures. There we go. Better. Yep. As long as you're tall enough to bite them where you need to, you're pretty much sorted, aren't you? I'll be able to reach. He'll be fine. Right. This auto zoom is starting to irritate me a little bit. Right. I'm going to add a bit of that orange into the middle of this one as well. Why not? Darken it up a little. Because it's a mauve, obviously you'll end up with a bit of a brown tone to the orange. 5'2". Oh, like a cute little hind tit. So Corey's 5'2". Emily's 5 foot. 5'4". Ooh, 5'4". Size 3 feet. Tiny cute little feet. I don't have tiny cute feet, that's for sure. Go on, Lily. How tall are you, Hagrid? Oh, Erica's got some decent height on her. 5'6". Come on, Lily. Oh, 4'11". Little Caitlin over here. It's very cute. We've got 5'3" from Valerie. 5'1" from Abby. Hello. A view is a view. Who is also, and I know the answer to this because I remember you from the, who is also Pamela. There we go. A view from a view. Hello, Pamela. 5'10". You're not a giant. That's like model size. Do you have to be 5'11" to be a supermodel? Or is it 5'9"? Lynn is 5'6". Decent. Oh, Pamela's 5'10". That is a decent bit of height there. There you go, Lily. Sorted. You've already got someone else to stand next to. Right. So let's get this little one done. I promised to continue the house page in the colour and chats as well. I know we were doing another page in this, but I wasn't sure if, obviously people that hadn't been watching the colour and chats would actually want to watch a page that was already half started, kind of thing. Oh, your bestie's 6'4". It's always nice to have a taller friend. Essentially to hide behind. Used to be 5'5", but I've lost an inch. Oh, Audrey, look in the cupboard. My husband is quite a bit taller than me. He gives me a fair bit of stick for it, to be honest, as well, Corey. You hear about it often. Right up until you need them to get you something down because you're too short, and then they're like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Because they have to get up to go and get it, and they don't want to. Just sticking some mauve in the middle. Bit of that deeper hot pink over it. I don't know what I'm even telling you guys, to be honest. I would not advise copying anybody's first live page because I'm essentially not paying any attention to what I'm colouring, and will probably never want to open this page again. So there's that. No, I suppose at 5, if you're the same height as each other, he probably feels more comfortable when you're in flats, I would imagine. Right, I'm going to go that dark pink. I'm going to bring that in from the outside this time. We're going to do this bigger flower, see if we can save this guy. That could be taken out of context, Corey, to be honest. Yeah, love it, Audrey. Need to get myself a spoon. Reach into the back of everything. Oh, Emily's thought that through properly. She's created something you can actually hook stuff on with. And Yasmin's husband is a giant. I look like his little keychain. That is so cute. Oh, you guys have thought this through too much. I just make him get up and get me things. He'd probably never leave his chair otherwise. Well, you're a manager, aren't you, Lily? So I suppose the heels come in quite useful for some management intimidation going on. Nothing like a fair workforce and no bullying in the workplace there, Lily. Well done. Oh, Yasmin. I'll get him to have a little chat with your husband about proper gift buying. Oh, thank you, Emily. Sorry, Laura, I did not see your question there. It is the Circle of Life by Melpomeni Chatzipanagagiotou, something like that. And it is, of course, in my Brutfuner squares because I love them. They work well in this, and everybody advised me to stick with something I'm comfortable with while doing the live for the first time. And I now completely understand why, because there's a lot of things going on, to be honest. No, I didn't actually. Emily, the Lara Rembrandt was a complete surprise. That's how well my husband does sometimes. The Light Fast I'd wanted for ages, and I'll be honest, I kind of found those and said, I want these pencils. I want these pencils for my birthday. This is what I want. So go sort that out. So the Light Fast was like one of those, I want this for my birthday kind of presents. And the Lyras were one of those, I've done really well. Look what I found for you kind of presents. So yeah, he did very well. Yeah, he scored the points that should be scored, 10 points. And I will review them still, because a gift is still a useful item for. I'm not calling you anything, Abby, I promise. To be honest, yeah, if you're very particular and you don't have it like already, the other passive aggressive way is to put it in your cart, and then go, you need to go buy me that. Don't even leave it to chance. No links, no messing. It's in the cart. Go press the button, put your credit card in, off you go. How have I classified you as things? I never called anybody things. I was talking about pencils. Unless you want to be a part of my pencil collection. I've tried. So, in one of Corey's lives I was in, we were talking about pencils because obviously colourists inevitably talk about pencils. That's the life of a colourist. And we were saying, like the excuses we use and like how we kind of talk ourselves into accepting buying a set of pencils and not feeling guilty about it. And then, what do you tell your husband afterwards? I'm going to add a cream to this. I want a really, really pale kind of white or a cream, whichever one of the ones that I might have. Let's see. Oh, it's there. You'll do. It's like a pinky salmon. Nobody's things. I was talking about pencils, I promise. And I said, I have spare sets of Brutfuners and things. And they were like, how do you get around that? Like, what does your husband say about that? And I'm like, I don't know what you mean. My pencils regenerate. I didn't buy a second and third set. I just have regenerating pencils. That happens. Now, I did see a question. Hang on, we're going to go back. Because somebody asked, if I can find it, what high-end pencil do you prefer? So Laura says, what high-end pencil do you prefer? Come on, guys. What's your favourite high-end pencils? For me, high-end, I think, now I've got them, it would probably have to be my Luminance. It's either that or the fact that they're new. So I'm like, not over the newness of them. I absolutely love my Luminance, to be honest. Hello to Jamie and hello Shadow. So nice to have you guys here. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, if I missed anyone, I'm really sorry. Oh, you will eventually, Lynn. It's a slippery slope. So let's see. Polly's is seems to be. Oh, Amberley says, when I first started colouring, I couldn't understand the thing with the pencils. Why would I need more than one set? See what I mean? It's a slippery slope, isn't it, Amberley? Because I bet you've got more than one set now. Abby, it's Polly's. Oh, Lisa is Derwent Light Fast. I just got mine, so we'll keep you posted on how I find those to be. Erica, Polly's. I knew that would be yours, Erica. Happy Handmade Delights. It's Loomies. We knew Corey's was going to be a Prisma. Even though it doesn't technically fall into the category, she's still going to use it. Well, exactly, Lily. Nobody cares what you buy. You buy whatever you want. We work for it. It's simple as that. And I don't just mean if you have a job either, because if you're a housewife, then you are still working for it. I'm sorry. They can buy you your pencils. Possibly Erica. You never know. As you get more Loomies, you might prefer them. For Isa, it's Derwent Drawing. I have heard good things about those. I don't have them. Amberly's using YouTube as an excuse for having more pencils. No one's buying it, but we all try it. Valerie, Holbein. Corey, a bit of Holbein there. I like my Holbein as well. Valerie, I have the pastel ones. Not heard as good things about their normal, but I think that just depends on the way you colour. Yasmin's got luminance on the way. That is exciting times. Oh yes, Abby. Abby has a few open stock polys and loves them. Shadow's got 3 open stock polys. How are you liking them, Shadow? To be honest, 3 is enough to know if you like a set or not. And if you got 3 greens, you're pretty much half a book, aren't you? You Erica's going to tell her husband on me, so you may never see me in a live stream again. I'll be hiding. Techno is here. Techno says, "Hi Emma, if you ever go to the Derwent Pencil Museum in Keswick, would you consider posting a video of all their goodies in the gift shop? I'll probably be able to show you them in the whole video after it, to be honest, wouldn't I? Seeing as we all know what would happen if I was in a pencil gift shop. You could pretty much be sure to see almost all of those afterwards. So it's probably better I stay out of there. Oh, Audrey's in the Corey gang. It's Prismas for her. To be honest, since I've been using my Prismas, cover your ears, Corey. Cover your ears. I'm not having that kind of stick. Since I've been using my Prismas in the Amazon paper, I've actually really enjoyed them. But I will deny that later. Shadow likes polys. Very good. Oh, thank you so much for coming, Amberley. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the stream for what it was and its weirdness. Right. Let's see what we can do with this. Eesh. D says the Holbeins are extremely overpriced and prefers the Prismas or the Polychromos. I think realistically, unless you just want to have a box of a Holbein, that little box of pencils is ridiculously expensive. Ridiculously. The only reason I bought my pastels is because I managed to pick them up from eBay at a decent price. Because, yeah, to be honest, I mean, I'm a crazy lady. I buy some ridiculous stuff. I have 500 colouring books, and yet I do have a limit on what I'm willing to spend on one purchase. I'm sorry. I mean, if they were going to make my colouring look like, Van Gogh or something, fine. But just for, a slightly denser pencil, not really. Brutes it is. And yeah, the Polychrome also amazing pencils, to be honest. And nowhere near as much as you pay for the Holbeins at times. Right, just going to layer and darken this a little bit around the outside. I can feel that we may have to add a bit of a red to the outside of these later, to be honest, to get that bit of depth that we want to them. Yeah, got Arty Crafty Tart. I have to say that, I love it. Got some colour sauce, 24 on eBay for £15. That is good. That is good. And enough to know whether you're actually going to like them before you go invest in anything too crazy. Corey's got some Lyras. Hopes she likes them. They're a pretty they're a very firm pencil. They feel like quite a layering pencil to me, so it could go either way, that Corey. But I think you'll love them for hair, and we all know how much hair you do. So they're definitely going to do some hair videos for you, no problem. Purple maybe, Emily? What do we reckon? Bit of a purple around the outside? Might be a good idea, actually. Now you can see why I made her a mod, because she's just paying attention for me. Keep me under control. Make this page make sense. My word. Corey's trying to make out like she never colours hair. I mean, there's people in this life. You realise that, don't you? I'm pretty sure we'd have to need to actually do is log on to your channel, Corey, to be honest. Or your Insta. I could bring it up right now, really. Probably find a million hair pictures. I think Mariola Burdette would be very disappointed in you, to be honest. Oh, Shadow says Luminance are coming out with a 100 box set. God damn it. Of course they are. Lily says, so Emma, when are you filming your bookcase and office tour? It is on my list, actually. It's been on my list forever. But every time I actually clean up a bit, I forget to film it. And then, chaos ensues and it doesn't get done. Thank you so much for coming, Valerie. It's been so nice to have you. Enjoy your tea or breakfast or dinner, whichever meal it is. Ah, yes, Dee is clearly wondering who she was watching that was pretending to be you colouring hair then. I know, Dee, it's weird. We should probably report the hacker that's stolen Corey's channel to YouTube. Yeah, all right, Lily. There's that as well. I'll be honest, the moment I filmed my colouring book collection video, about 5 minutes later, I thought, probably should do a part 4. But yeah. No, actually, to be honest, Corey, my bookcase is amazing. It's not even full. It literally is, one of those taller than you, tall bookcases that everything fits on. It's hard pressed. I mean, I'll be honest, I did get to the point where I had to move my colour by number books somewhere else, but I'm not counting them. they live on a shelf elsewhere for convenience, not because of my lack of space. Oh, Lisa used an app called Bookshelf to check out, kind of list all her books. It happens, doesn't it, Lily? Things expand and we rearrange. Yasmin's asked, please can someone do a tutorial on colouring platinum blonde hair? I'm talking Khaleesi, the mother of dragons, blonde, almost white hair from Game of Thrones. That would be. Have you not done a white hair video yet, Corey? I'm surprised. To be honest, Emily, if you're happy with your 15 books, let's be honest, 15 books is plenty of books. Same, Shadow. Like I said, if you've got 10 books and you're happy with your colouring, then you've got plenty. We don't have to all be crazy. We can watch YouTube for that. D says, I'm assuming you have some heavy duty structures for that. It's just a bookcase. I mean, I do look at it sometimes and wonder how, if I, the next book I put on it, if it's going to be that book too far. But we'll see. Oh, there you go. Corey's got it on her list to do. Platinum is on the list. You should see it at some point. Oh, and Lisa says Miss Sweet's Craft Therapy channel has a video on the app showing you how to use it. It's free and you can log all your pages you've completed. Now that's kind of cool. Now I'm more interested. Now I'm writing that down. Bear with me, people. Bookshelf. That changed things, to be honest, for me. As I do have a log system and it's just bits of paper. I put a piece of paper in the front of each of my books and they fall out everywhere. So I quite like that. Lisa says I probably have 100 in my wish list and 10 in my cart. It's most certainly the way mine looks as well. Which you'd think after 500 colouring books, my wish list would be smaller. But that's not actually what seems to happen. Yeah, there's nothing like YouTube, Yasmin, for ending up with more books. We are definitely enablers, Sanette, I'm afraid. That is awesome, Zoe. I have seen people create those colouring catalogues and they look so good. And if I'd have started them earlier, I probably could be bothered. But at my amount of books, I need someone to come do it for me. Corey's had a little impromptu look on Amazon. Not clever. Lily's fallen onto the Rita Berman sword. I've had mine pre-ordered and I'm still waiting on it. They've had some real issue getting those in. My book depository one still hasn't arrived and I'd pre-ordered that one. So, oh, thank you. Audrey is on her way. It's okay. I've got a librarian. She's headed down the M6 now. She's going to sort it out. I'm not paying to fly you all the way here when Audrey's willing to just drive down the M6. It probably is, Sanette. Good for the bank balance. Amazon was created by a wicked man who knew exactly how to trick people into buying a billion things by getting it to them the next day. Yep, they definitely seem to be struggling to get them out. It'll happen eventually. Just got to be patient on it. It's the way to be honest, Shadow. Because let's be honest, if you're not going to colour in them, there wasn't really any point. I think my problem is I love books. I'm as bad with reading books. I like the books. I like flipping through my colouring books. I like the art of it. I buy beautiful books that have beautiful pages in and spend more time flipping through them than I probably do colouring, to be honest. So they are giving me joy. As Marie Kondo would say, it brings me joy, so it is sodding well staying. She might not put it that way. She might say it a little bit differently, but we all know what she means. Exactly, Shadow. We all have our kind of little thing that we like to collect, don't we? It's definitely colouring books for me. On the plus side, the way I explained it to my husband that had him thinking is, I used to be a gamer and I was a game collector. So my new collecting hobby is so much cheaper. So much cheaper. He'd probably buy me every book in the world. It's probably why he buys me pencils. So I keep sticking with it, to be honest. Corey says, could you actually imagine shopping for books in person? Well, you'd have to buy less. That's for sure. I go to the works sometimes. That's a bit like a bookstore here, and they have a couple of bits and pieces. They tend to have like Kirby Rosanus and things like that. So I have had a few in person before. It's a dangerous thing clicking the button on Amazon and having some other guy carry it for you, isn't it? Oh, Zelda. I did love the remake of can't remember it now. The remake they did on the Switch. They've made it 3D. It's really fun. Can't remember. But I played that. I liked that. And I did like Breath of the Wild as well. Emily says, how am I doing the middle? It's a good question. I'm going to bring my dark pink out a little bit from behind these stamens. And I suppose it's a good time to add our purple. Probably, isn't it? Let's see. So off camera, I'm just scrolling through my little bookcase of pencils and picking myself quite a dark purple. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to sharpen it. Oh, sorry, Dee. Dee now has 4 books on her wish list from my birthday haul. My hauls were ridiculous. I'm not going to lie. I had to do it in 2 videos. You know you're on a bad start once you have to do stuff like that. My excuse is it was my birthday. Quite a few of them were gifts from people, and you know, I got like Amazon vouchers because we always do, don't we, and things. So yeah, it was particularly bad. I knew it would be. I even kind of pre-warned people in my August haul of what was coming. So right, I'll put some dark purple down in these. I'm going to leave the edges and do them in that pink instead. I'm glad I didn't do a Christine Cameron page, that's for sure. Pretty glad I stuck with something a bit simpler now. As Zoe says, she's doing a colour-a-thon in October and can't wait. What colour-a-thon are you doing? That sounds interesting. I like watching those. Of course, Shadow, thank you so much for joining. I'm probably just going to go till 9. I wanted to do 2 hours, so about 20 more minutes, guys, and I will release you all to the wild. I promise. Thank you so much for coming, Lily. Enjoy your film. Hope it's something fun. Oh, awesome. Zoe is hosting the Beauty of Horror Ween. That is right up my alley. That's, yes, definitely. Hi, Chelsea. Thank you so much for joining. How are you doing? Right, let's add a bit of this purple around the edge. See if we can save these a little. Halloween's quite a new thing for Britain, really, as well, Sonette, to be honest. We never really did all the Halloween craziness. It just seems to be the last few years that it's really taken off. Become a bit more of a festival-like sort of thing. Audrey, cheerio, Lily. Enjoy the film. If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. You have to imagine that in a Scottish accent, though. Oh, cool. So you're doing it with your other half, Steve's channel, and Kate's Colouring Haven. Oh, that is fun. I'll keep an eye out for that. Kate's awesome. Dee says, what books are you using for it? Glad to hear you're feeling a bit better, Chelsea. Yeah, need to remember to keep my hand out of the way. Sorry, Corey's had to plug her laptop in. The pain is real. I'm sorry, Corey. She's not feeling very well either. You don't have to put up with this, you know, Corey. If you want to go back to sleep. She's a true friend, very devoted. Putting up with my crap is what she does. She's amazing. I love you, Corey. Please don't refuse to mod next time. Just saying. You are a good YouTube wife. You are. Hello, Heather. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you very much. What have you missed? Not a lot of colouring, to be honest. I have to remember to go backwards to the programme or it flicks me off. I know what you mean now, Corey, about it being backwards. So when you go left, it goes right. God's sake. Not missed too much. You missed nearly being deafened near the beginning. Lots of random chatter that you can always watch back later if you fancy some random chat. Maybe go about 10 minutes in after the deafening bit when my mic kicks in. And a tiny bit of colouring. is what's happened. I'm now trying to fix the colouring. Emily's helping me fix my colouring because I've not been paying attention to it, and now it looks like poo. Yasmin says, Emma, do you have a colouring book that you regretted buying or sent back? Not really, no. I've had a couple that were really damaged. Amazon can be a bit bad for that. They have to be kind of really, really damaged in the pages. If there's just a mess to the cover, I'll keep it rather than send it back, to be honest, because, you know, you can still use it the same. It doesn't bother me. I've had a couple that, obviously, because of my buying mania in the beginning, but I hadn't been colouring all that long, I didn't really know what I liked yet. So I've had a couple that, now that I've been going back through, I've pulled out into a pile and thought, Corey says she has 500 books. Clearly she doesn't return much. Oh, sharp. That was sharp. Wait till your next live, woman. Yeah, no, I clearly don't return a lot. But to be honest, when they have been, I just keep it and I kind of build up a little pile. And I've got a couple of girls at work that do colour, and obviously I've got a niece that colours, and I just find people that want them. And if I end up with a little stack, then Emmy wants them, so I'll be posting them to her. Yes, Heather, it's terrible. I hang my head in shame. Not really, I'm not bothered. My colouring book pile is real. Definitely a collector. Thank you, Emily. This purple has really fixed this. The problem there, Corey. Corey says, probably good I'm not live tomorrow. She'll forget by next week. The problem is, I probably will. So I'm going to try and hold on to that for the next 20 minutes and write it down. That's what I'm going to do. If you better hope I don't remember for 20 minutes. I'm writing it down. Oh, she's backtracking now, see? Asking people to thumbs up. Trying to be a good YouTube wife again. Oh, thank you, Erica. I think Erica remembers the whole Elmer situation and is now getting her own back. So we just need Erica to do her stream now. Thank you, Emily. See, I have the best mods. They even go against my other mods for me. What do you mean you're not going to put that reminder on the list, Corey? Literally your job. Come on, Erica, don't be shy. I'm waiting for this answer. You can't ignore me. I'm the one talking. It wasn't so much that, Corey. The problem was we kept answering to it. So we've learned. We have learned not to... That is not an answer, Erica. No pressure. But we do want to know. I can't wait for your life. And I have been watching your colouring alphabet tutorials, and they are amazing. I've done A for apple, B for bee, C for crown, and D for door. That's how far I am. That's where I've got to. I'm pretty sure I'm caught up, but love them, fabulous. We can thank Emily for this flower day. She's fixed it. I think she has absolutely cracked that. Well done, Emily. Purple is what it needed. I'll be sending her pictures in the future. Isn't it fab, Jamie? Absolutely fab. Between Erica's alphabet and Corey's hair, I'm about set for life. If you ever want to colour hair, you just just Google Corey colourfully optimistic and whatever colour, and it'll come up with it. No, thank you, Erica. We're quite serious. Amazing. Been quite fun. We're eagerly waiting E, and I haven't forgotten my question, just so you know. Okay. I'm not unhappy with that actually now. It's a bit better. I want to just soften this blend out here a little bit. Well, thank you, Abby. People really, really requested the which pencils, which paper. When I mentioned it, a lot of people were like, yeah, we're really keen. So I am hoping to continue every couple of months updating it and trying new papers and new pencils, and it seems to be, people seem to be finding it quite helpful so far. I've been quite pleased with the feedback I've had, that and the combos that I do every month. So I take the pages I've coloured and I show you what combos I've used on the page so you can see them the way they look, and that seems to have been quite popular, to be honest. Thank you, Corey. She's texting me that as we speak, Erica, so that I can harass you with it later. She's doing her list job. Corey does actually do that now. Like, Emma, I've got this paper and I'm using this pencil. Should I even bother? D says, what pencils have you found that seems to work on the Create Space paper? So for Amazon paper, Brutfuner squares, of course, and Prismacolor. Surprisingly enough, Prismacolor, lovely. If you're being a bit bougie about it and don't mind using them, the luminance are also very good, but obviously not everyone has luminance. So Prisma is your mid-end, luminance is your crazy end, and the Brutfuner square is your budget version. Also, Heather says, I like Corey's alphabet hashtag too, but I'm limited on supplies. To be honest, Heather, you really can open that up and Corey's not going to mind. So you can kind of add in, who was it? Who was it I saw earlier today? I was watching and she'd done, I think it was Jojosa Hannah's. I love Johanna, her channel's amazing. She was showing her completed pages and she doesn't have a lot of supplies either. So she'd coloured a page with the letter A on it to still count. So you can stretch it out. Corey's not going to mind. She wants you to have fun. Hi, Angela. Thank you so much. Oh, you're never late to the party. The party only starts when you arrive. Yeah, Heather, that one. So it really will open it up. And I'm kind of speaking for Corey here, but she really won't mind. I know her hashtag is just about you using the stuff you've got and really enjoying it, and not, meant to exclude anyone or make you want to buy more stuff. It was about not leaving your stuff to go dry and old and flaky in the back of a drawer. So she definitely won't mind that. Oh, Yasmin says the monthly hashtags. Yeah, so when I first started colouring and found Instagram and YouTube and started learning that they do these colour alongs every month, I really found it difficult to find the hashtags. Now, of course, there are a few people on Instagram that make this much easier, like Nirma Colouring and Passionista Colorista, just to name a couple. They kind of compile the hashtags on there, so you can literally find yourself a list. And when I first started my YouTube channel, it was one of the videos I really wanted to do was to do a colour alongs video, put all the hashtags for the month in a video every month so that YouTubers had somewhere to go, because that is kind of the first thing that I ever put into the YouTube search bar, you know, colouring hashtags for Instagram, because I was trying to find them. And yeah, it was something important for me to add that I wanted to have on the channel. So at the beginning of every month, and I've done it every month since my YouTube first started, I have added the colour alongs for that month. I go through the ones for the year at the end, because you don't want to hear them every single month when they're already on your list, and explain all the hashtags for you. And you know, I kind of add them in there, and then people's hashtags that they've got going on Instagram are, you know, there for everyone to see. Let me see, have me something. Corey says, yeah, Johanna is doing the tag different to participate, even though she doesn't have a ton. The point is to have fun and just use ignored supplies. See, and I didn't make her say that. She said that of her own free will, so you're safe. Daniel says, wow, I've followed you for ages and I didn't know you were doing a colour along. I'm walking home from work. Oh, hi, Daniel. Thanks so much for joining us. No, you're safe. I'm not doing a colour along. I haven't hidden anything from you. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you mean the live? It was a bit impromptu. I only kind of decided in the last week to add it on. And I will be hoping to do one every fortnight, I'm thinking, to start with. Eventually I might do every Saturday, but for now I think every fortnight. And once I learn how to set it properly, hopefully it will come up with a reminder and post it properly on my channel instead of accidentally making it private so people couldn't see it. But yeah, Corey didn't have any choice. Everything she just said was a lie because YouTube pressure made her do it. No, having spoke to and been friends with Corey for some time now, I know very well the beautiful heart she is, and she would only want you to enjoy her hashtag. That's why I feel quite comfy deciding what her hashtag was for her, basically. And do walk safely, won't you, Daniel? Please. Now we all need to know you got home. Basically, now we're like, oh, your mum. So we need to know when you get home safe. It's now very important. Okay? Thank you, Danny. Don't forget, we don't need to be worrying about you all night and whether you got home or not. Oh yeah, sorry. Corey's now translating my Brit to American for you guys. Fortnight is, yes, to us that is every 2 weeks. So for the moment, every 2 Saturdays I'll do a live, just because I'm rather busy with work at the moment. And then, you know, I also don't want you to get bored. Like, I don't have interesting stuff for the channel like Corey does for hers. To make it something that I can do all the time and have constant content. So I'm going to stick with the fortnightly, and if I find that they're building up too much, I'll add some more in. But until then, I think kind of every 2 Saturdays will be enough of me in person for everyone to have felt like they've overdosed. So I think it'll be enough. Yes, unfortunately, Brit to American has a lot more pitfalls than me and Corey ever realised. And it's been a bit of a learning curve for Corey, to be honest. Thank you so much for coming, Kutsanet. So pleased to have you here. I hope you enjoyed the live, guys, for those that have been with us. And, oh, Dawn. Hello, Dawn. So pleased to have you. Thanks for joining. We're not going for a whole lot longer now, but a little bit. So if you have any questions before we leave, I'm happy to answer. Don't ask me things about this, okay? I'll fix this later. And, you know, I might put what I'll start doing is I'll put up a community post on YouTube. Kind of, I think a lot of people do that, don't they? Just saying like, you know, the next live, have you got requests, or do you want anything particular, things like that, so that you can kind of decide whether you want me to continue this one or maybe nix the mess that is this page in the bud and start something else. Don't even worry, Chelsea. I hope you feel so much better. Thank you so much for tuning me in. Doesn't matter if you're half listening or not, and you're a love. I'm very pleased you came. Very, very pleased. Val's back. she's hey, I'm back. Just at the end, she's figured out how to switch her account. Also, Valerie is art inspired by Val. So is that the one that you'll be posting videos to, Val? I'm gonna write it down, and then I can remember to go join you. I should probably trust Corey to do her job, but art inspired by Val. So is that going to be your new channel, Val? That's what we need to know. Laura says, explain colour along. Do you mean what we were talking about earlier about the... So on Instagram, people have colouring hashtags. It's not the same as a colour along. This is kind of a colour along. When you watch someone's... On my channel, they're called Let's Colour. So I'll colour a page, I'll show you how to do it, and you can just follow it. Whereas the colour alongs for the month are colouring hashtags. And loads of people post their hashtags on YouTube or Instagram, and you basically follow the hashtag rule, and then you post your picture and people share them so you can see people's pictures, and that is colour alongs. And at the beginning of every month, I do a video compiling all the colour alongs so that you guys can see them, so that they're all in one place. Danny made it home safe and sound, everybody. We can now stop worrying about Danny getting home. Good boy. It's important. Artie Crafty Tart says, any more good horror movie recommendations? Ooh, what have I been watching lately? I don't think I've watched anything at the moment. It's been a little while. I will think on it, and I will save that up. I'll find some. Quite a big horror buff, but you put me on the spot. I'm not sure. My brain's not working like that last minute. I'll think on it. I will get back to you. Ask me again. Yeah, I think, I know I've not done a whole lot, but I think 2 hours is a decent mark for the lives, hopefully. Danny's saying, I missed who you said the picture was by. You mean this one? This is Circle of Life by Melpomeni Chatzipanagagiotou. Mega cheap in the UK, this, on Amazon UK. And yeah, thank you so much for coming, guys. You don't know how appreciative I am that you guys made my... Because let's be honest, you guys made my life amazing, not me. I'm so pleased you came. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. See, even now, you're just being so nice to me. I'm reading all your beautiful comments. This community is amazing, amazing. Every time I do anything, the comments I get from you guys and the feedback and the support is absolutely amazing. It's definitely why I do it, to be honest. It's why I keep making my videos. It's what kind of taught me into going live, because everyone's like, oh, you need to, we want you to. And I knew you guys would look after me, that you would look after me while I did my live. I knew I could count on that. So yeah, thank you. Gonna call it. And yeah, I agree with Lisa. Best community around. It cannot be beat, to be honest. You did make it back in time to say bye. Thank you, Kirsty. And everyone that's here, you are just wonderful. I didn't even see you when. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry. Like, hi, bye sort of thing. It's definitely one to add to your list, Danny. It's an amazing book, absolutely amazing. You'll see a lot of flip throughs of this on YouTube if you want to have a proper look at it, because it's beautiful. So yeah, thank you guys. I'm definitely going to go this time. Definitely going to go. I keep saying bye and then chatting. So thank you so much. Thank you to my wonderful moderators. There is Emily, and there is Corey from Colourfully Optimistic, and Erica from Elm Colours. Do check out, I mean, I'll be honest, I'll be surprised if you guys don't already watch Erica and Corey, but do check them out if you don't already, because they are wonderful. And I'm assuming that Valerie is starting her Art Inspired by Val channel, so I'm sure we'll all be checking that out when some videos post as well. So thank you so much, and I will see you in 2 weeks for the next live. Thank you.